This is the Green Room. I'm Caitlin Matson. Yaniv Segal, maestro of the Salina Symphony, joins me. They have a concert coming up this Saturday, March the 2nd. Hello, Yaniv.
Hi, Caitlin.
This is a really exciting concert. It's something a little bit different. Isn't normally what you think of when you think of a night at the Symphony.
Yeah, so it's called Cirque Goes to the Movies, and we are playing some of the most iconic and popular and fun and beautiful scores from movies, as well as accompanying a troupe of phenomenal circus performers who will be dazzling us.
I love it so much.
Yeah,
Circus performers, where did you find them? I mean, are these just like your living on down the block, your neighborhood circus performers? I assume that they are professionals that you
oh yeah,
hired in.
yeah. So this troupe is specifically designed to work with with symphonies, and
Really?
their company is called Cirque de la Symphonie, and they have you know shrunk down to make a portable circus what they need. We won't have any elephants on stage, but we will have rigging, and so they'll be flying up into the air. They're going to be doing feats of balancing and other things that you would typically expect at a circus, but they do it in front of the symphonic orchestra. And I think it's it's really a blend or marriage of art forms, because circus is acrobatics, gymnastics, dance, and interpretation, right? You can tell when somebody's artistic when they're a really great performer, and so they feed off of live music just as much as you would in a ballet or another type of show. So I think it's actually really cool to have the two things together.
I think this is fascinating, this company. And I imagine they can fit just about any venue. They can adjust what they're able to do for you. I mean, did you go to them saying this is the Stiefel Theater?
Yeah,
We
I
have
mean,
these flies,
right,
what can you
exactly.
make
Yeah.
happen here?
We are really grateful for the Stiefel for accommodating us and for figuring out where we have to slightly extend the stage. We have to take some rigging down. We have to put some things up to make sure it's safe for all the performers. They need a certain amount of space in front of the orchestra, lest they crash into us. I might be on a slightly lower podium because I'm a little tall and I don't want anybody to lop my head off. So there are some different considerations for this show for sure.
That's so fun. And wonderful idea to pair it with movie music,
Yeah.
which is just
I,
by its very nature f- just filled with action. It's going to accompany action
yeah.
naturally.
So the film scores kind of go into maybe two categories. Um, if I could say that, there's the one that's kind of standalone music, and especially the older film scores, the golden age of Hollywood. Um, the those scores were written really symphonically, and more recently, a lot of the scores are kind of blending the world between symphonic compositions and sound design. So, for example, we open with music from Batman: The Dark Knight Rises by Hans Zimmer, and Zimmer is a master at creating an arc using pretty minimal music. Just a couple of notes, repeated phrases, like this gradual development, which really works well with visuals and is still compelling, like musically, but it's not necessarily a theme that you're going to go home singing. So we have things like that on the program. We have plenty of John Williams, James Horner, things that are classic. Like, we do have Star Wars stuff as well as Star Trek. So everybody's going to be happy.
Everybody will be happy.
Uh,
I think it's great. And this is not a Sunday afternoon concert. This is Saturday night.
this is also unusual for us on our schedule. It's a Saturday night, 7 p.m. show. And so it's a slightly different crowd, I think, on a Saturday night. Again, it's 7 o'clock, so make sure you're not late because you don't want to miss any of this.
All right, Cirque Goes to the Movies, featuring the Cirque de la Symphonie, and a whole evening of movie music. We're going to listen to a few minutes of one of the pieces that's programmed, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more in depth about what you've programmed for the evening. There's
Sounds
going to be
great.
something for everyone, absolutely, but this is Across the Stars from Star Wars Episode 2. Can you tell us a bit about this music?
Yeah, I mean, so John Williams, of course, is the only living billionaire composer, which you know, right. So that there's some kind of monetary number that would say, wow, he's really successful. But he's so successful because he can capture themes and ideas and images in a way that basically nobody else can. And Star Wars, without his music, just would be a completely different movie. He uses what's called leitmotifs, right, which is taken from the world of opera, where a certain character has music associated with them. So this particular track, Across the Stars, is great because it's this beautiful lyrical love song, but even in the background, you have some of the darkness because Anakin Skywalker is going to become Darth Vader, and so there's some hints of that even in this beautiful love music.
Are you telling me that he's Darth Vader? Next thing
I,
you're going to tell me is
darn
that
it,
he's Luke's father.
oh man, I ruined it.
Spoiler, decades in the making. Yeah, we're going to listen to this gorgeous music by John Williams and come back and talk more with Yaniv Segal about the music on this Saturday evening's Cirque Goes to the Movies. Such pretty music by John Williams for Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. That is titled Across the Stars. We were just getting ready to hear a beautiful oboe solo. This is for Salina Symphony's next symphony concert, which is Saturday evening, this coming Saturday, March the 2nd. It's at 7 o'clock in the Stiefel Theater. For information and tickets, go to salinasymphony.org. This is the
I
Green
gotta
Room.
add. Sorry. I was gonna just add. There are less than 40 tickets available, and at least that was this morning. So if this is something that interests our listeners, don't wait till Saturday. It will be too late.
It will absolutely be sold out. These concerts are sellout concerts for very good reason. And the music is legitimate classical music. The music is legit. It's technically difficult for many of the pieces. It's rich, it's inspiring, and it's oftentimes the gateway. What, takes somebody who's had no interest in classical music, it's the gateway towards growing a classical music enthusiast.
Sure, it all grows out of the same traditions. The signature sound of somebody like John Williams wouldn't have come to life if not for the great symphonic works of Gustav Mahler or Wagner, who created the sound that then evolved into what we now hear. We have music by Leonard Bernstein on this program. Two of his iconic film scores from On the Town, which was adapted from a musical, and West Side Story, which is so familiar, and is a great blend also of popular classical music and Broadway. So all great music is all related.
It's all great music is all related. Now let's go through some more of the pieces that are programmed for Saturday night. And I want to just make sure that everybody knows to get tickets, they can be directed to the Stiefel Theater website. Just go to salinasymphony.org. And as Maestro says, go now, not tomorrow. They will be sold out very soon. All right, what else do we have on the program?
So we have some things like, the famous theme from Mission Impossible, which started out as a TV show and then became the hit movies that they are. And what's really, really cool about this piece, again, the fact that we're talking about real music. It's got that unmistakable beat, right? Da 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 da. And that rhythm, first of all, is in an unusual meter of 5/4 to give it that feeling. But Lalo Schifrin took the Morse code of MI. M is long, long, and I is short, short. Da 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 and so what a cool way to incorporate the something from the spy world.
It sure is.
Yeah. We have the great theme from the best original song in 1998 from My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. by James Horner. There's the Superman March, which is so fun. Of course, we mentioned Star Wars Episode 2, the Attack of the Clones love theme, which you just played, but I think no film music concert is complete without some music from the original Star Wars. And so we're doing the great Throne Room and End Title, which is really just an incredible piece of symphonic music. Sometimes with film scores, you get the best music at the end because there's 7 or 8 minutes of credits and the composer is tasked with writing music for all of that. So then they're not constrained by saying, oh, this has to match this scene exactly or this timing. And then you can really hear how creative and accomplished they are. So that's really fun to do. Apollo 13, another amazing film score nominated for Best Original Score. There's music from Gladiator, another Hans Zimmer thing. It's almost everything on this list either was nominated for an Academy Award or won an Academy Award for Best Score or Best Musical Adaptation, or is by a composer who won somewhere else. So they're all, it's fun to do a concert where every single number is a hit.
And it's fun to do it around award season too.
Right. Yep. Get in the mood. The orchestra has things to play on every single number. The brass certainly has their workout for a concert like this. If you think about the Hans Zimmer scores, like we're not doing it, but like Inception, it seems like for the entire movie of Inception, it's basically trombones holding long notes, and yet it drives the drama so effectively.
Yeah. It's going to be a great concert. It's really exciting. So Cirque de la Symphony, which is a troupe of aerial performers and acrobats who are specifically trained performers to perform with symphony orchestras. They're going to be in town performing with the Salina Symphony at the Stiefel Theater for this Cirque Goes to the Movies. It is this Saturday, March the 2nd. I can't believe we're going on March already, but we are. March the 2nd, Saturday at 7 o'clock. And for tickets, go to the Salina Symphony website, which is salinasymphony.org. Thank you so much.
Hope to see you there.
Well, have a wonderful, successful weekend. It sounds like a blast.